Hello.
I'm back, y'all. Oh my god, I look so white. So, book haul. I just got back from Barnes & Noble, and we're doing my summer reading haul, I guess. I don't know. I want to show you the books I got, okay? Red Queen. I've been meaning to read this book for the longest time because all my friends have been yelling at me about it. Also, every single time one of my friends would bring this up, they would just be like, Mare Barrow's world is divided by blood, those with red and those with silver. Mare and her family are lowly reds, destined to serve the silver elite, whose supernatural abilities make them nearly gods. Mare steals what she can to help her family survive, but a twist of fate leads to her... I just had a stroke. Leads her to the royal palace where, in front of the king and all of his nobles, she discovers an ability she didn't know she had, except her blood is red. To hide this impossibility, the king forces her into the role of a lost silver princess and betroths her to one of his own sons. As Mare is drawn further into the silver world, her actions put into motion a deadly and violent dance. Dance? Pitting prince against prince and Mare against her own heart. From debut author Victoria Aveyard comes a lush, vivid fantasy series where loyalty and desire can tear you apart, and the only certainty is betrayal. I just slapped my thigh so hard. Ow! So this is the first book in the series, and I'm gonna read the rest of the series at some point. Cool, next book. Very different. Fame, Fate, and The First Kiss. So this is by Casey West. I think it's Casey. It's either Casey or Cassie. It's probably Casey. I read one of her books when I was in like 6th grade, and I like was obsessed with it. But then again, I might hate it now. So I don't know. I remember I always wanted to read another one of her books, but then I just never did. So I guess we'll see what happens. Lacey Barnes has dreamed of being an actress for as long as she can remember. Me. So, when she gets the opportunity to star in a movie alongside one of Hollywood's hottest actors, she doesn't hesitate to accept the part. But Lacey quickly learns that life in the spotlight isn't as picture perfect as she imagined. Is it ever? Like, isn't that just what happens in like every book or movie or whatever? Tropes! She's having trouble bonding with her co-stars. Her overbearing father has hired a wannabe choir boy, a mood. Where am I? She's having trouble bonding with her co-stars. Her overbearing father has hired a wannabe choir boy, Donovan Lake, to tutor her, and somewhere along the way, she's lost her acting mojo. Just when it seems like things couldn't get any worse, it looks like someone on set is deliberately trying to sabotage her. Scandal! As Lacey's world spins out of control, it feels like the only person she can count on, whether it's helping her to unravel the mystery of who is out to get her, or snapping her out of her acting funk, is Donovan. But what she doesn't count on is this straight-laced boy becoming another distraction. With her entire future riding on this movie, Lacey knows she can't afford to get sidetracked by a crush. But for the first time in her life, Lacey wonders if it's true that the best stories really do happen when you go off script. Is that a saying? I've never heard that. Ooh, it's a pretty pastel color. Next book, Recipt. So this one, I was almost done looking at books. Like I was almost ready to go check out. And then I saw the name Noah on the side of this, and I was like, Excuse me? So I was almost done looking at books, like I was almost ready to check out, and then I looked to my side and I saw the name Noah on one of the books. And if you know me, you know that I have 2 favorite names. If you have either one of these names, I almost immediately and automatically love you. And they are Noah and Max. So it's The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotic. I saw the name Noah and I was like, ooh. And then I looked at this and I was like, Bowie! Noah Oakman is a 16-year-old Bowie believer, concise historian, disillusioned swimmer, son, brother, and friend. But on the night of a party, Noah is hypnotized and awakes the next morning to some subtle changes. His mother has a scar on her face that wasn't there before. His old dog, who once walked with a limp, is suddenly life. His best friend, a lifelong DC Comics disciple, now rotates in the Marvel Universe. It seems everything in Noah's world has been rewritten. Everything except the few constants in his life. His strange fascinations. This looks amazing. Like, look at that. Look at that. I hope that this book is like as good as it looks. Next book. Ha! No, I'm gonna do this book last. Okay.
Like poor Andy Cohen at those goddamn reunions.
I've been yelled at to read this author so much. Rainbow Rowell.
I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm pronouncing it like Howl, but with an R, which is probably how you pronounce it.
It's called Fangirl. Now, but just by the description and by the title and just everything about it so far, about like the exterior, I'm getting very Geekarella vibes from it. Geekarella by Ashley Poston.
I think is how you pronounce his name, like Boston, but with a P.
Also, I relate with Kath way too much. Like, I haven't even read it. I've just read the back and I was like, me. Kath is a Simon Snow fan. Okay, the whole world is a Simon Snow fan, but for Kath, being a fan is her life. And she's really good at it.
She's really good.
She and her twin sister Ren ensconced themselves in the Simon Snow series when they were just kids. It's what got them through their mother leaving. Reading, rereading, hanging out in the Simon Snow forums, writing Simon Snow fanfiction, dressing up like characters for every movie premiere. Kath's sister has mostly grown away from fandom, but Kath can't let it go. She doesn't want to. Now that they're going to college, Ren has told Kath that she doesn't want to be roommates. Kath is on her own, completely outside of her comfort zone. She's got a surly roommate with a charming, always-around boyfriend, a fiction-writing professor who thinks fanfiction is the end of the civilized world, a handsome classmate who only wants to talk about words, and she can't stop worrying about her dad, who's loving and fragile and has never really been alone. For Kath, the question is, can she do this? Can she make it without Ren holding her hand? Is she ready to start living on her own? And does she even want to move on if it means leaving Simon Snow behind? And then, like, she's, like, typing on her computer, and there's, like, a dude, and he's just like, hey, Kath. Oh, cover design by Olga Grelick? Front and back cover, spine, and inside back cover illustrations by Noelle Stevenson. Inside front cover illustration by Mara Miranda Escota. This is the back illustration. There's the oh! Oh! This is the inside illustration. Oh my god, look at that. I was not expecting to see this. Oh my god. That is amazing. Last book. So, this is by my
favorite author in the history of ever. She wrote my favorite book in the history of the world that is ever, in the history of all that is good in the world.
I'll Give You the Sun. And, guys, if you go to school with me, if you went to school with me, this was what I ended my speech with at graduation. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. We're all heading for each other on a collision course no matter what. Maybe some people are just meant to be in the same story. But that's not what we're talking about right now, even though I just spent like a full minute just yelling about that book. This is Jandy Nelson's first book, The Sky is Everywhere. Adrift after her sister Bailey's sudden death, Lenny finds herself torn between quiet, seductive Toby, Bailey's boyfriend who shares her grief. Don't date your dead sister's boyfriend. What the Wait, what? And Joe, the new boy in town who bursts with life and musical genius. Each offers Lenny something she desperately needs, though she knows if the two of them collide, her whole world will explode. Join Lenny on this heartbreaking and hilarious journey of profound sorrow and mad love as she makes colossal mistakes and colossal discoveries, as she trapezes through band rooms and forest bedrooms, and ultimately right into your heart. As much a celebration of love as a poignant portrait of loss, Lenny's struggle to sort her own melody out of the noise around her is always honest, often uproarious, and absolutely unforgettable. I almost read that as absolutely forgettable, and I was like, wait, no. So that's my book haul. Those are all the books I got. Probably in a couple months after I finish all these, I'll have a book review. The much-hearted bestseller. Okay, bye.